newer with 80,000 miles or less. So stop the search and come see Mike Birch Ford, home of the lifetime warranty. We're saying thank you. Thank you very much for your business at Mike Birch Ford Blackshear, home of the lifetime warranty.
At the all-new Mike Birch Ford, we work hard to exceed our customers' expectations every day in every department. We want to be your automobile dealer for life, so we're proud to offer at no cost to you a lifetime warranty on all eligible new and pre-owned vehicles. At Mike Birch Ford, the new home of the lifetime warranty, we want you to become part of our family, not just for today or tomorrow, but for a lifetime. So come see us in our new facility in Blackshear and ask about our lifetime warranty. You'll be glad you did.
Are you thinking of selling your home or business? Hi, I'm Gloria, and as a realtor, I know that getting rid of the clutter in your home is one of the best ways to help sell your house quickly. At Jessup Premium Storage, our family-owned company provides a convenient and secure building for all of your storage needs. We now offer outdoor covered parking for that antique car, boat, or RV. Due to our recent expansion, we offer units that range in size from as small as a bedroom closet to as big as a one-car garage. All of our units are inside and climate controlled with 24-hour access and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
Be cool, clean, and secure.
Having a problem with your diesel motor? Well, now there's a shop in Jessup to make your diesel tune-up or repairs. Wayne County's Tristan Drury is Ford and Cumming diesel certified and an ASE Master Diesel certified technician. His shop is located in the Old Walker Chevrolet shop on Cherry Street. So if you need parts, repair, or fabrication, call Tristan at Drury Diesel Performance, 912-386-1650. That's 912-386-1650. Drury Diesel Performance at the Old Walker Chevrolet shop on Cherry Street in Jessup.
It's time now for the world famous Butch and Bob show. Again, special guest Beverly Leapart out from Leapart out in Philadelphia. Beverly, you with us?
I am with you.
Okay, well, good. First of all, tell us how things are going for you and Alvin out in Philadelphia. Tell us when you got there, how things are going, and how it was last night, first night of the convention.
We arrived Saturday afternoon, and on Sunday we went sightseeing and then went to a welcome reception at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And yesterday we got up, we were back downtown to the convention center. And from the convention center went to Wells Fargo Center. And got back to the hotel last night about a 3:45.
3:45. So again, a busy night last night, a lot of excitement. Just want to get your thoughts on what all took place yesterday in Philadelphia. From start with the craziness with the DNC chairman being booted out, Bernie Sanders trying to rally support and people booing. So I guess it was an exciting night.
No, Bernie Sanders is actually trying to rally support for Hillary, trying to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, trying to get his supporters to support her.
Were you there when all the booing took place? What was that like?
We were, Bob, but fortunately for the Georgia delegation, that we only had about 4 people who were rude the entire night. We had a difficult time hearing even some of the entertainment because they just could not contain themselves and did not want to quit booing and talking. So there were some words passed amongst people in our delegation and some of the Bernie Sanders delegates. However, one did tell one of our congressmen who's with us that as of tomorrow, he would go on board with Clinton and he wouldn't have anything else to say. And they have promised that on Thursday night, we won't hear anything out of them.
All right. Well, that's the big story that the media keeps asking the question. You know, will the majority of Bernie Sanders people do what Bernie's asking to support Hillary, or will they, Trump keeps saying he can get some of those votes? So just you're out there among the people, what are you hearing from those Bernie Sanders people?
No, I have not heard that. As a matter of fact, that was an issue that did come up last night. And the Bernie Sanders people we're talking to are not particularly happy about Hillary Clinton being the nominee. but they are saying that they will come on board with Hillary Clinton, and they will not support Donald Trump.
Well, Bernie spoke last night. Michelle Obama spoke last night. Several people spoke last night. What speaker impressed y'all last night? Which one do you like the best?
I would have to say Michelle Obama. Her speech was just phenomenal.
You know, Cory Booker was, I think he was from, he's from New Jersey. He was a rousing speaker. He did extremely well.
Are y'all among the Georgia delegates? How many Georgia delegates are out there, and where are they mostly from? Y'all making friends with those people, or do you know some of those people already?
Oh yeah, we know many of them. Of course, all the DNC members we know. Rose Porter we know, Nakima Williams, the vice chair. She and Will Holt, and there were about 5 of us that were Clinton delegates in 2008, and we were all back. But I would say we probably know 50% of the Georgia delegation. There are 124 of us.
What's the schedule for today? Are you going to do more sightseeing, or what are you doing during the day? I know what time does the convention start for y'all? What time do you get to the convention hall? I mean, what's security like as well?
It's going to. They have advised us to leave here by 2:00 today. At the hotel, if you're not going to any conference. I'm probably going to go to the convention center, to the Women's Federation caucus, and then from there I'll probably go on back to the Wells Fargo, and Alvin will possibly leave from here to go to the Wells Fargo.
Just joining us, the Lee Parts are out in Philadelphia at the Democratic National Convention. Is the former president speaking tonight? Did I see that schedule right? Is Bill Clinton speaking tonight? Is that correct?
He is.
And Chelsea's supposed to speak on Thursday and pretty much introduce her mom. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Who else is speaking tonight? Anybody else?
We were just as you called, we were getting our information for the meeting tonight.
Okay. Well, again, appreciate you. What's the weather like out in Philadelphia? It's pretty nice.
It is hot. 97 yesterday.
Oh, wow.
During the night before, we had thunderstorms, and during the convention last night, we had thunderstorms.
I imagine security is awfully tight when you walk around the city of Philadelphia. Do you see a huge police presence, or how's that going?
It is, and that the major problem here is transportation, because so many of the streets are closed. And Alvin and I had our first Uber experience, so we've been riding it almost daily. But last night we couldn't even get an Uber. We were going to a party downtown, so we ended up taking the train to one exit, getting off, and getting a taxi at that exit, because the police would not let a taxi come up to where we were. Transportation's been a major problem, and I get the feeling that Philadelphia was not prepared for it.
Have you seen any celebrities out there? And have you met anybody that they're happy to meet?
No, we have not, other than, of course, the people that were on TV last night. You know, we were in the center, but we didn't get close to them. Bill Clinton was actually there last night, but, of course, we could not get anywhere near him. So we have it as of this time.
How close is the Georgia delegation to the stage? Where are y'all situated? When you look at the stage, looking out, you know, people are looking at TV, looking at the stage. Where's the Georgia delegation located at?
We are the second level up toward the left. We are directly behind Ohio.
Okay. Have you run any other husband and wife teams out there that are delegates? I mean, Alvin and Beverly Leapart from Jessup, they're representing Georgia in this section of Georgia. But any other husband and wife teams you see there?
Yes, there are 2 other husband and wife teams from from Georgia. And then Billy Ray, who's on the DNC, his wife Marion is also a delegate, so they are based here. But I don't know from the other states, but from Georgia there are 3 husband and wife.
That's interesting. You said you went sightseeing. What did y'all see yesterday? What was you got limited time that you can go out sightseeing. What was on the top of y'all's list?
We went downtown. We went to City Hall and security and that is where there are different donkeys which are paper mache throughout the city. And Georgia's donkey happens to be in the courtyard at City Hall. We had lunch at, and then we were at the Convention Center also. We had lunch at Reading Center. We kept saying Reading Center, but they corrected it.
Reading.
Oh, yeah, it's the opposite of how we say it.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just a huge place where it's a market to sell food. Also, there's every type of food from Thai to Chinese, whatever you wanted. We had a Philly steak and different type of pork beverage.
Did you find out where the best Philly cheesesteak is?
Well, we had one at the market, but the people we were talking to at the table, everybody had a different opinion on where the best one was. So I'm not sure yet.
There you go. You going to go by and see the Liberty Bell? I understand the line for that. It's extremely long. That's one of the biggest tourist attractions out there in Philadelphia.
Right, yes. We did go by it very briefly.
Okay. Now, tonight is actually the roll call, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That's why we've been told that we need to begin making our way to the Wells Fargo Center at 2 o'clock today.
Okay. So the roll call will be tonight, and Hillary will be nominated as the first woman nominee for any major party for president. And so y'all are part of an historic event. I know that y'all have been very active in the Democratic Party ever since I've known y'all, and y'all must feel honored and privileged to be there at this historic event, being from Jessup, Georgia.
Yeah, we do. Really.
You know, I think Alvin and I think that was Butch.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead.
Okay. On the way here, while we were on the plane, we were talking about that, because when you think about how many voters there are in Georgia, as well, Alvin and I, to be from Jessup, Georgia, and be only one of 124 delegates for the entire state, we both consider it a privilege. Even, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you know, that's sort of the, what you strive to do. So it's to me the highest honor that anyone can have that's really involved in politics.
Yeah, I just think it's great that from Wayne County we've got 2 delegates there, part of this historic event. Like you mentioned, it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. You have 2 Jessup folks, 2 Wayne County folks to be there at a historic event where the first woman nominee for president is going to be selected tonight. And I know y'all got to feel honored and proud to be part of this event, right?
Oh, we do. And of course, you know, considering that I was a Hillary Clinton delegate 8 years ago, I definitely do. I feel like I've been on board with Hillary Clinton from day one. So, I did.
How many delegates, you may not know, but how many delegates are they total there from all 50 states?
We were told at our meeting yesterday, close to 5,000.
Okay.
And that includes like Guam and some of the other territories.
Right. Okay. And so you got big speakers tonight. You got the roll call tonight. Thursday night, is that the big night?
That is the big night. That is when Hillary Clinton will come out and accept the nomination and make her speech. I believe Tim King is going to speak Wednesday night.
Okay. Now, is President Obama going to speak any?
I believe he is, and I want to say it's Wednesday night. He's speaking. that Jason Carter is going to introduce his grandfather, Jimmy Carter, who is going to speak by video.
Okay. I think the vice president is also scheduled to speak. Joe Biden's supposed to speak.
Yes. I believe he is. It may be tonight.
Okay.
Like I said, we were given a lineup that started our morning meeting. We come down for breakfast, and we were down this morning at 7 o'clock. Only we were running a little late, so we went to bed after 3 this morning.
Well, 12 years ago, a young Barack Obama was a speaker at the Democratic Convention, and that's where he got put on the map because of his rousing speech and the way he was able to communicate. And then, of course, 4 years after that, he ran for president. Is there any young Democratic talent, if you want to call it that, any young Democratic stars that are rising up, kind of like he was back then, that folks are talking about that could be the future of the Democratic Party?
Yeah, we were talking about that last night, and I just simply remember Barack Obama speaking at John Kerry's convention, and we had with some friends, and we all commented that he was just a rising star. And we both feel that now that they want you were talking about being the next rising star from the Democrat Party.
Cory Booker.
Yeah, based on his speech last night, I would say that Cory Booker will probably be the next.
Okay. All right. Well, we all know that Alvin's a history buff. Alvin, you've really got to be in kind of like hog heaven up there with the history of the United States just kind of wrapped up there in Philadelphia. I know that you've got to be having a good time up there being part of all this history.
Yeah, I am. You know, one thing that all this just brings home is that in most countries that the way governments are changed, it's either by a military coup or an assassination. And of course, the worst thing that gets assassinated in this country is the characters killing each other. But I was talking to somebody yesterday. Is culturally and ethnically and religious differences. So many differences. If we went to one of these Middle Eastern countries or anywhere else in the world without diversity, we'd rather be getting along, trying to get along, than trying to kill each other. So I think we do a real good job in this country of trying to do the right thing and get together and make it work.
I know that a lot of folks get really turned off about the negative campaigning, the negative speeches, and all that kind of stuff like that, where it seems like they speak about the opposition more than they do their own self and ideas. Alvin, what's your thoughts on that when you have so much negativity going on for the position of President of the United States, the leader of the free world, probably the most powerful person on the face of the earth? And a lot of times they're out there talking about each other like two middle schoolers trying to put each other down.
Well, you know, this is the first time that I recall that this type of character assassination has taken place. And I think most of the character assassination or attempted assassination has come from the Donald Trump and his crowd. And of course, you know, the news media that uses sound bites and things of that nature. And of course, the great majority of our convention has been very positive and very uplifting and trying to bring everybody together. And there's been a few people, a little bit of negativism, and of course, I think that type of thing is generally played on a lot more than the other side, positive side.
Are you saying, Alvin, that controversy creates ratings, which creates sound bites that folks that creates more controversy? Are you saying this kind of begets, and that's what the TV and executives want?
I'm sorry, but whatever the hard time here.
I know I hear a lot of noise there. What you got?
We're downstairs at breakfast, and we're with Connecticut at the hotel, so there are two groups having breakfast.
Okay. And Bob has been talking about for months now, even before it looked like Trump or Clinton were going to get the nomination, that must-see TV is going to be the debates between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Y'all looking forward to those debates?
I am. You know, I probably of all the statements that Trump makes, when he consistently talks about let's make America great again. I have to say, last night, the house really erupted when Michelle Obama talked about how great America is. And I mean, anybody that lives in America and does not believe that we have the greatest country in the world, I don't know. I mean, that is just foreign to me, because I think we do have the greatest country in the world. So I don't know why. I guess him constantly talking about let's make America great. It's already great.
Okay. Well, I know that y'all are breakfast there, and then you got to get ready. Got a very busy day, but Alvin and Beverly Depart from Jessup, Georgia, 2 Georgia delegates to the Democratic National Convention up in Philadelphia. We do appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy schedule this morning to share your thoughts and feelings about this convention, your experiences to the folks of the Wayne County area. We wish y'all good luck up there and good health and safe travels. And I know that y'all are just excited to be there, and we're excited that y'all are there. Hopefully we can get y'all on the air when you get back to get a kind of a summary of all your experiences there, because this is a very historic event. So what is the next step for y'all today? Are you still with us? I think we lost him. I think we lost him. Oh, well.
No, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. What is y'all's next step today after you had your breakfast this morning?
I'm going downtown to the convention center to a concert, and then I will come back here or either go from there to the Wells Fargo, and I believe Alvin's hanging around the hotel this morning.
I'm sure he's going to get some sleep. Y'all didn't get back in after 3 o'clock this morning, so I'll be sleeping myself.
Right, and we have AT&T's having a party for us tonight, so it'll be another late night. I think Calvin Spear made a statement yesterday morning at breakfast. What was it about the light bulb?
The only thing that burns all day and shines all night is the light bulb.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of coffee drunk out there in Philadelphia during the convention. Maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep each night, and y'all be too tired, folks, when you get back, but I know you'll be excited.
We will be.
All right. Alvin and Beverly Lee Park, anything else that you want to share with the listeners this morning at all before we let you go so you can get on with your busy day?
Like I said, I just feel like we need to all keep believing that we do have a great country, and we need to fight for our country.
Okay. Bob, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Y'all have a most wonderful day and a great convention. We look forward to talking to you when you get back, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Butch.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, that's them, Alvin and Beverly Depart from Jessup, Georgia, 2 Georgia delegates up there at the Democratic National Convention up in Philadelphia. And, Bob, it doesn't matter what your politics are, it's still just fantastic for Jessup and Wayne County to have 2 Jessup folks part of this historic event up there.
Yeah, I said it'll be an historic event, but I don't know what convention they're at, but there's a lot of controversy.
There's a lot of well, when you're up there, you see things with your own colored glasses,
I mean,
there's a lot of controversy.
A lot of booing going on. I mean, it was just theirs was about as divisive as the Republican was when Ted Cruz there. I mean, Schultz got booed before she even got there. The story all day yesterday was she was going to be able to open up the convention, but that didn't take place. And once she spoke in public in an event, they booed her off the stage, and they said, we better not put her out there to gavel the convention. We better get somebody else. And then Bernie took the stage, and Bernie was trying his best to say, hey, we got to get behind. And when he said support Hillary, that was the loudest boo that took place at the convention. So,
well, they've been fighting Hillary all this time, and then suddenly it's like, well, our leader wants us to change in midstream here.
A lot of people were just mad at Bernie because it came out what he was saying all along, that system was rigged towards Hillary, and it proved with those emails that came out yesterday.
Oh yeah, big
I
time.
mean, it was just a mess. So when Bernie took the stage and tried to get his supporters to support Hillary, they weren't having anything to do with it. So to me, it was just a very crazy day yesterday for the Democratic Convention. As I said, it ended better than it began, but the day began in nothing but controversy. So it's just going to, like I said, I can't wait for the debates. It's going to be must-see TV. It's an historic event, though. First time a woman in either party is going to be the nominee, and so it is an historic event. And like I said, I know Beverly and Alvin are diehard Democrats, so they're excited to be there. But when they say there wasn't any controversy, they must not have. I don't know where they were at.
Well, you always see things where you're
a lot of controversy out in Philadelphia.
Yeah. And those emails were very damaging coming out right here at the beginning of the convention. And
I said the best joke last night was where was Schultz, and they said she must be with Ted Cruz watching it together on TV. she was nowhere to be found. And Ted Cruz has been nowhere to be found ever since they booted him off the stage. So it's just, politics is a funny thing to watch, crazy thing, but
Well, they'll all be singing Kumbaya come Thursday night by the time the Hillary comes on there, and they'll all act united. And I mentioned that the other day. It just seems like the Democrats seem to do a better job of getting behind their national candidate for president. They all seem to come together. It'll be interesting this year, though, because of Bernie running so hard against Hillary Clinton, talking about all the things that the negative things he did about her, and then suddenly, as a delegate, you're thinking, to try to change, just say, all right, I'm going from Bernie and his ideas to Hillary and her ideas, but you've got your leader there, Bernie, saying, no, the goal is the most important thing, not the battle getting there. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And on the Republican side, it'll be interesting to see if you get all these moderate, traditional Republicans, part of the establishment, that will step forward and go and try to help support Donald Trump in his campaign going to November. So you've got this on both sides, both parties, this division there, but that's politics.
That's politics, and I said it'll be must-see TV when the debates begin, so it'll be fun to watch. I said, better watching the polling across the United States is very, very tight.
Very tight. And I really wish that Donald Trump would have picked Newt Gingrich as his nominee, not because he's just from Georgia, but he's like Donald Trump. He's kind of a maverick. He says what's on his mind. There's probably not too many more intelligent people out there in the world than Newt Gingrich is. And I can tell you one thing, I would hate to debate against Newt. Newt would, if it had been on that stage against the vice president nominee for Democrat, I just got a feeling he would have buried him, because he's got so much knowledge up there in that. If you ever listen to him, I mean, he's amazing. He is absolutely amazing. But it's like Newt says, you can either go with two mavericks, you and me, or you can go with yourself and somebody more established. And that's what Donald went with. Sometimes you just scratch your head on, how do these nominees pick their vice president nominee? Like way back when John McCain picked Sarah Palin, he said, Sarah who? And same thing here with the guy from Indiana, John. And who is he? He wasn't really on the national scene very much. But do you have any idea why he picked him? Have you read anything or heard anything about why Donald picked him?
He just likes what he's done in the state of Indiana.
Okay.
$2 billion surplus, fix the economy.
It's a fiscal responsibility there.
They've had a long vetted process, and that was the man he chose. It came down between him and Newt. Those are the top two, but I'm sure Newt's going to have some kind of position with Donald if he does get and if he does win the presidential election. So it's just going to be interesting. Like I said, it would be must-see TV, but both parties do have divisive issues they're trying to resolve. So
I think Newt would be a great Secretary of State. I really do. I mean, that's just my thoughts, at least at this particular time. But that's a little premature there. You got the national convention for the Democrats going on this week, and then there'll be some good campaigning between now and Labor Day weekend, and then after Labor Day weekend, the pedal's going to be put to the metal, and it's going to be a very fast and furious September and October.
Speaking of elections, we have one today here in Wayne County. Again, polls are open as we speak. So again, if you're a registered voter and you voted a Republican in the primary, you're eligible to vote. If you don't vote at all, you're eligible to vote. The only reason you cannot vote today is if you voted Democratic ballot in the primary. Right. So again, hopefully some people show up today. Again, only 1,402 votes in 3 weeks of early voting. So a very low turnout heading into today's voting. So hopefully a heavy turnout throughout Wayne County today. Very important position, clerk of court, next 4 years between incumbent Eloise Ogden and challenger Francis Jurgen. Again, please, we encourage everybody to get out and vote today.
Okay, and just hats off, no matter who you're going to vote for, who you're going to support, but hats off to the supporters on both sides there, sitting out there in that upper 90-degree heat index over 100 up under those tents there at the intersection of Cherry Street and Brunswick Street for the past several weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, that's some troopers sitting out there. They got their fans going. They've got the water out there. And so it was just, you could ride by and they'd all be waving the smiles on their face, even though they're melting out there. So just hats off to the supporters on both sides for putting up that heat out there and trying to support their candidate.
It's been hot, that's for sure.
And it's going to continue to be hot. You know that big oak tree in Shawshank Redemption where Red goes up there and moves the rock out of the way and gets the little tin thing out there and reads the note and all that. Well, it got knocked down. It's been a tourist attraction, and it got split in half during a storm. The wind just blew it and split it in half. So that big tree that was in Shawshank Redemption is now laying on the ground, going to become firewood. Isn't that terrible? I was just reading that right there, but that's one of my favorite movies, Shawshank Redemption. It's one of those movies that when it came out, it didn't really do well at the box office, but over the years, it's kind of drawn a cult following. And if I see it come on TV, if I hadn't seen it in the last, let's say 6 months, I'll watch it again. It's one of those movies you can watch over and over again. You always catch something here, a phrase there that you missed before. Well, Bob, have a good day and good luck with the election returns tonight. All right, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, also brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty on Macon Street in downtown Jessup, and by